All right, bottom line, get ready for another hot day, right? We've been talking about this since last week. Warmer weather would overall be building in as this ridge of high pressure slowly increased and expanded further east out of the Four Corners region, settling over our area for a few days and then heading back out towards the west. Today, tomorrow, that's that peak heat. Then we'll start to come down cold front in our area by Sunday. Really helps those temperatures come down a little bit more. But that front can't come in until this ridge of high pressure gets out of the way. It's a blocking ridge, so it's sending all the wet weather away from us and just dominating with the heat here. Fort Smith, heads up to you, update here. You didn't hit 100 yesterday. Now that doesn't mean probably much to you whatsoever because you topped out at 98. Poto was still 104. Sallisaw was 100, 101. We had upper 90s, triple digits as expected. What happened in Fort Smith was the air didn't mix out. So the last several afternoons, the air starts out really thick and muggy. It's still muggy in the afternoon, but it starts to mix out a little bit, meaning the heat from the sun comes, the air starts stirring a little bit, south winds kick up, and the air gets slightly drier. A little bit, not enough that you notice, but it does enough that where drier air will start to heat up a little bit more. It gives you those couple extra degrees in the actual air temperature. That didn't happen. It stayed muggy yesterday. So you topped out at 98, but then you had to factor in that mugginess. 113, 112. We had some areas of the River Valley that got up to around 114 briefly. Just very hot, humid air mass in place. We're starting out in the 70s right now across the area. We're going to be working through the 80s and the 90s pretty quick. Look at that, low 90s by lunchtime for Northwest Arkansas, topping out around 98 degrees. Warm afternoon. It's going to take some time. We'll spend a good portion of the evening in the 90s. It'll be late evening before we start to crack the 80s. River Valley, it's going to be even harder for us to get out of the 90s by the end of the evening hours. We probably won't get into the 80s until the overnight hours. It's going to be a warm night. We're looking at temperatures already near 100 by 2 o'clock, and we should see a mix of some upper 90s from the Ouachita's and the river valleys into east central Oklahoma into the triple digits up around 102. A little bit of a breeze across the region, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. We need that breeze to mix that air up. Feels like temperatures another day in Northwest Arkansas, Benton, Washington, Madison, Carroll counties, northern Johnson counties in the Boston Mountains out into Adair County. Heat advisory for feels like temperatures 105 up to 110 will be possible. Another day with excessive heat warnings. River Valley feels like temperatures should just be around 112. Could be a spot or two up to 113 and 114. Ridge of high pressure eventually does start to move away late weekend, early next week. It allows disturbances to come in. Rain chances that are far to the northeast get to start coming back in. Don't focus on the rain totals here. Just focus on the pattern shift and that we're talking about rain chances even just coming back. You can't do it until that blue H gets out of here and heads back to the Four Corners region. Northwest Arkansas, again, we're looking at that pattern flip, allowing for some rain chances to come in, especially by late weekend, early next week. And a mix of some 80s and 90s around Five Country would be fantastic.
Rain never looks so good.
We love it.